Hello, my country people them. Hello, my country people them. Today, na Friday, the 25th of October 2019, and I don't count today on this page because I get some slight technical issue with the other page. So I go now give me a few minutes for the rest of the people then where we join. Una share them, my contribution so that we go let the rest of the people that know we start with the live show a day. Una share them, I contribute them, una share them. Give me a few seconds as well. Maybe I take and go post them on Country People main page so that we'll get the audience in. Today we'll get a special presentation for Givuna. We'll get a special presentation. The presentation today will be based about the first Ambazonian lie. And it be important for understand this particular lie because it will give we a greater understanding about the mess where the country they in right now. The whole of Cameroon be engulfed in this madness called Ambazonia. And it is in our best interest for understand exactly how we end up for this situation where we're in right now. We get to go back to the first Ambazonian lie. Because as I don't tell you now, the whole of this Ambazonia thing, it be based on propaganda, manipulation, fake news, misinformation, and brainwashing. Now, what that way it cause Ambazonia. So, my country people them, when I share them as when I join, when I share them as when I join. I never come live on this platform often. Well, I know things I don't come live on this platform, on this particular Stop Ambazonia Terrorist before. And today, we don't come on this particular page because we want me all man like this page and follow we too on this page. I did wait for see Susie Sparks, Usa you day, Jones Primus, Usa you day, the usual suspects, the usual partners in crime. Usa una day when I can't join we on Facebook for this live broadcast today. As una join, una share my country people. As una join, una share. Una share am far and wide. Today na Friday, the 25th of October 2019. And the topic of discussion today now about the first Ambazonian lie. We will dissect what is the United Nations Resolution 1608. It be all about on the 21st of April 1961, Article 5 of that UN resolution. Now, what is that we will discuss about today? As we join them, we share them, our country people them. As we join, we share, we share, we share. This one our countryman, the Kumkumasa, the king of all black legs. Thank you plenty. All the people the way they don't already join. I see all una. I see all una. Yes, just in case, top sharer already. Njomo Divine, continue sharing. Amber Chris, I see you too. Yes, Njuma Joseph Mboa, I see you. Right, we therefore here we will tell them, we will educate our brothers and sisters them about the reality, about the history of our territory. Right. I see you too. Limbetico, yes, you're here. I see you. Jonas Sue, I see you too. I see all when I contribute them. When I continue for the share them. Because I never come live on this platform before, but I don't tell when I before say this one too na social country people platform. So when I continue for the share them, when I continue for the share them, thank you plenty. When I continue for the share them. Okay, my contributor, before I go too far, I know say when I be eager and itchy for listening to the Kumkum anthem, so I no go dilly-dally with that one. When I listen.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
Thank una plenty, my country people them. That one na the Kumkum anthem. Rise of the Black Legs. Me, I've been the king of all Black Legs, the Kumkumasa. Thank una all for joining. So before we go too far, I want for, because I always forget, I want for show una also, the people the way they join, when are the new joiners them, we also get a presence on Twitter. Now our Twitter handle that, if you go for Twitter, you just enter MKPD search, it will direct you to our Twitter handle. We also there on YouTube, as we now understand, Countryman Day everywhere. So if you go for YouTube, just type in my country people them, search them. Also make sure say you subscribe. When I see that button for there where it says subscribe, when I subscribe to our country people, and also when I see this bell for here, if you ring the bell, it means that you're notified immediately when a countryman post any content on YouTube. We're also there on our own website where we build them. When I understand say countryman, they're like MTN everywhere you go. And the WhatsApp number that for country people, for any person where you want send any message to country people, you go on www.countrypeople.com for the latest news. With the right article, then they update the website regularly. And the website that, and you get a lot of content for day. When I see this button for here, that one so where it be highlighted, so now the search button. So you click on search, you type anything. For example, you type beheading, anything where you want search type on for day, click search, it go immediately. I finish type beheading. It don't already bring up news article the way if you click on. Be very interactive, it be very easy to manipulate, to navigate. And then also when I want email na countryman, na the email address the info@countrypeople.com. So talking about the email address, today I received an email just a few hours ago. And now one of the reasons that way I even can't do this presentation today, my country people them. So I hope say when I see what way it day on our screens right now, because this countryman is send me this email. I don't zoom them in small so that may be large enough. I hope so when I read them with me. The gentleman or gentle lady, it tell me say, dear Mr. Blackleg, I have been a keen follower of Country People platform and a fan of the great work you've been and still doing to bring peace to our fatherland, Cameroon. Regarding Amber fake news, in my opinion, the first lie told by those hoodlums was the distortion of the United Nations Resolution 1608 of the 21st of April 1961, Article 5. The preceding article, i.e. Article 4, trusteeship, why Article 5 only invited British. If you are invited, you can accept or decline. The British declined because they did not have any further obligations with their territory. This is why no international organization will ever entertain those fools. Many learned individuals can read and understand this document, but not our poor brothers and sisters, and most especially our parents. Please use your platform to educate our people. Attached is the original document from UK website. Regards. So now the email that way I received today, just around midday today, and I waited that way. It prompts me for can't do this live show way at the do for una today. So it not take me a long time for prepare for the live show, because now something way I don't always think about, and I don't always think about doing this for explain for my country people them the intricate details them about where this thing involved, because many of our country people they be misled and misinformed. Ambazonia madness. So today I will give una the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If needs be, I'll also give una my own observations, my own opinions and other things and assertions when it comes to this thing. But then the truth, na way I could provide them for now. So my country people them. Before we go too far, I want to play for una one more thing for all my country people then. Yes. Una listen. Okay, my country people them. That one now obviously the national anthem for the Republic of Cameroon, fatherland, and all my country people them as una they join una share 'em, as una join una share 'em. So forgive una the introduction for the topic of discussion today. Now about the biggest, well, now about the first Ambazonia where they be tell our country people them. Because they know say some of our country people they be easily manipulated, they be poorly educated, especially our parents and the youth. So they use that opportunity for bamboozle them using fake news, propaganda, misinformation, and brainwashing tactics them for get our poorly educated brothers and sisters them send them for forest. Me they go to work hard, die for day. So my country people them. Today, now Friday, the 25th of October 2019, and I don't already show una the email where it prompts me for can't talk about this issue today. Email where one of our country people then send it for me. He also sent me the email with an attachment of the document. I will show una the actual UN document. But as I be tell una for my live broadcast yesterday, say whenever you receive any information, you get a responsibility for check them for make sure say it be authentic. So if some person tell you say countryman don't talk say blah 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 blah, you go for www.countrypeople.com for go verify. And when you come for countrypeople.com, if you don't get the content for day, you click search, you search them. If you still don't get them for day, you come for here. Now the contact details and that for country people on the very front page. So you go, if you just click for there, it will take you to the Twitter page. You click for there, it will take you to country people Facebook page. If you click for that one, it will take you to Stop Ambazonia Terrorist page. Now the page that way I do this live broadcast today right now. So you will find out the information from the horse's mouth. So when this gentleman, if he send me that article, if he send me that PDF document, it talks in the United Nations resolution 1608. I tell myself, say, okay, if na United Nations document, it means say the United Nations, their own official website, it will get the document for them. No be so. So I go to the horse's mouth, to the source, to the origin, just in case some person, it don't take the document and manipulate them for bamboozle me. Because educated people them, like myself, will not believe any nonsense where any fool it talk them. We go cross-check them for ourselves. For make sure say will not be misled, misinformed. So I go for the United Nations, their own official document system. Na in that way una fit see am on una link, on una screens. So I go for there, I type in the keyword for search am. I type in that keyword because now the keyword that way it be there on the document where the gentleman it be sending for me for authenticate am. So now I type in that keyword, I click search. If I click search, now what that way it come up. Now only one result it come up. Now if you see am for down there. Now all that way it come up now one result. And this result, it says it was the actual document was that is probably not true, because obviously we'll not get a website, we'll not get internet for 1960s. So I sure say when they will upload this document onto their database, they will just put and say now on the 1st of January, all documents the way they will come out from 1961, they will just upload them and then put the date, say they upload them on the 1st of January 1961 for make them easier, because obviously we'll not get internet till the 1990s. So if I click on that link now, it will load the actual document. I don't already prepare the document. I show now all this information so that if any person a one cross check him for him or herself, you feel go cross check him, use yourself. So my show now on the screen the actual link, so that may be big enough for any person where it wants him. Now the actual link that you type all that bit in yellow as one word in your browser, click them, and it will load you the document. It comes from the United Nations, their own document system. So now the link that if any person it thinks say I did talk lie or I did joke or I would try for misinform you, you get all the resources then for go cross check them, verify the information, verify the facts for yourself. So I'll close that up. So now if I open the document, now the document that. So but as I go through this document, some one thing where it come up to mind for me now, and one of my favorite things where I be like for doing when I be being a youth for Cameroon, especially when this Cameroon national anthem be played. Every time when I play that national anthem, it remind me about my youth growing up in Cameroon. And I always think about that situation. One of the favorite things that we would like for doing now, we be look forward to 11th of February and 20th May. We looked forward to those 2 dates because na national holidays them for Cameroon. And when I know, I don't always tell when I say, "Anybody do me April Fool." Anybody be do me April Fool now for 11th of February. It never be now for April. So you know that kind of thing where you now like a 12-year-old, you don't do all kind of odd jobs them for make small money because you know say they so 11th February they come. And then you manage to save so 2,000 francs. You use that 2,000 francs, you buy what you will call a Yahoo. Yahoo, where it just means a yogurt. Or you buy Alaska. When I know Alaska, no, that thing where they color them red, yellow, green, or any other color of the rainbow. And then they put them in ice blocks, and then when they work a sock, just pure sugar and water. But that thing was heaven. You don't manage to you get a 2,000, you go move to 100 francs, buy Yahoo. Then you think say for 20th May, 11th February, you and Engbare will go chill. 11th February, one reach, Engbare tell you say your mob the smell. That is the reality. The first disappointment for this beginning life. And now why did I talk say Engbare do me April Fool? So, but why 11th February be important for we Cameroonians then? Now this thing I go explain it for now. So, on the 11th of February, 1961, we will get a massive thing where it happened for in the life of the Republic of Cameroon. And that document, when we see them on the screen right now, now a polling card. Yes. Now wait that way, we are forefathers them. They will go vote for the plebiscite. When I see them for the right for the Southern Cameroon's plebiscite. Polling day, Saturday, 11th February, 1961. You get 2 boxes, one green and one white. No be 3 boxes, only 2. When I look and find, only 2 boxes. And the talk say, the green box, do you wish to achieve independence by joining the Independent Federation of Nigeria? That is the question. And in that other side for the white box, they say, do you wish to achieve independence by joining the Independent Republic of Cameroon? That is the other question. And then now the most important thing that I want to get for understand about that one, but I'm show you the next bit of exhibit where I don't queue them up. Now the information card that way it be circulate for 1961, where the talk say Southern Cameroon's plebiscite, notice to registered voters. Come early on Saturday, the 11th of February, polling hours now 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then they write down for here in red, they say, come early on Saturday, the 11th of February, and decide what you want the future of your country to be. And then for here, the talk say, a vote cast in the green box is a vote in favor of achieving independence by joining the Independent Federation of Nigeria. And the second statement or paragraph, it talks a vote cast in the white box is a vote in favor of achieving independence by joining the Independent Republic of Cameroon. And then you get 6 bullet points them. The first one talks there is no other choice. When I hear fine, there was no third choice. They say there is no other choice. Now the first bullet point that way they put on today. Bullet point number 2, they say you can only vote where you were registered. Number 3, you cannot vote on behalf of anyone else. Number 4, you cannot vote twice. Number 5, you cannot vote on behalf of anyone who is ill. Number 6, and the last bullet point, you cannot enter the polling station after 5 p.m. So this one, first of all, now the United Nations, it be organized these elections, the plebiscite on the 11th of February 1961 for decide the future of the Southern Cameroons. Okay, now I hope say that one it be crystal clear. So now make a go for the actual document where Ambazonians they always talk about. Now the document I download them from the United Nations, their website itself. And now the article that make I zoom them in for una. I don't already show una where to go or who's how una feel go get the document for una selves if una want them. So any person where you want challenge the content or where to where I present them for here, by all means go and get the document for yourself. So now my contribute them. Make I use my highlighter for this PDF document when I see them today. That is what we are talking about today. 1608. The future of the trust territory of the Cameroons under United Kingdom administration. They put with an S because there were 2 Cameroons that they were talking about. You get the northern Cameroons, and then you get the southern Cameroons. The northern Cameroons on that 11th of February 1961, the northern part of Cameroon, a vote for join Nigeria. And the southern Cameroons, when at the northwest and the southwest regions of Cameroon, were parents them, they vote for 1961 for join Cameroon, for gain independence by joining Cameroon. So may we examine the document where the United Nations themselves, they write them. They say, the General Assembly, now that they recall which we don't happen previously, they say, recalling its resolution 1350 of the 13th of March 1959 concerning the future of the trust territory of the Cameroons under British Kingdom, under United Kingdom administration, in which the General Assembly recommended that the administering authority take steps in consultation with the United Nations Plebiscite Committee or Commissioner for the Cameroons under United Kingdom administration to organize, under the supervision of the United Nations, separate plebiscites in the northern and the southern parts of the Cameroons under UK administration in order to ascertain the wishes of the inhabitants of the territory concerning their future, and that the plebiscite in the northern Cameroons be held about the middle of November 1959. And then we'll continue the document down here. That document this way it continue down here. So ma zoom in so una fit see am, una no talk say the cheat una. Right. So they say, on the basis of the two questions set out in paragraph 2 of the said resolution. Also recalling its resolution 1352 of the 16th of October 1959, whereby it decided that a plebiscite in the southern Cameroons would be held between the 30th of September 1960 and March 1961. So they decide, say, the plebiscite will be held in the southern Cameroons between the 30th of September 1960 and March 1961. So we decide now for Holland on the 11th of February 1961. On the basis of the two questions set forth in paragraph 2 of the said resolution, and then also recalling further its resolution 1473 of 12th December 1959, in which the General Assembly, having considered the results of the plebiscite in the northern parts of Cameroon under UK administration, recommended by the administration in consultation with the United Nations Plebiscite Commissioner of a further plebiscite to be held in the northern Cameroons under United Nations supervision between the 30th of September 1960 and March 1961 on the basis of the two questions defined in paragraph 3 of the said resolution. Right. Any person where you don't understand what that one mean, go back, download the document, sit down, read them, digest them. That one it not really make much sense for now unless we read resolution or article 4, which is the previous article where they be released before this one. But this is where the important part of this whole document comes in, because this one where they talk now, they just don't say recalling. They are recalling what way the UN don't already decide in previous resolutions. Then. So now then they talk now say, starting here, they say, having examined the report of the UN Plebiscite Commissioner concerning the two plebiscites held in the northern and the southern Cameroons in February of 1961, and the report of the Trusteeship Council thereon, having heard the petitioners, now the decisions, this is what they take, and they say, one that express its high appreciation of the work of the United Nations Plebiscite Commissioner for the Cameroons under UK administration and his staff. Right. 2, the United Nations, they endorse the results of the plebiscites that A, the people of the northern Cameroons have by a substantial majority decided to achieve independence by joining the Independent Federation of Nigeria. That is A. And then B, the people of southern Cameroons have similarly decided to achieve independence by joining the Independent Republic of Cameroon. So now for their way, Ambazonians always make that a statement for misinform una, bamboozle una. They talk today so will be achieve independence on 2 separate dates. So it means there will be 2 different countries. That is a lie. We be getting only 2 options: join Nigeria or join Cameroon. And they say achieve independence by joining Nigeria or achieve independence by joining Cameroon. So joining Cameroon was how we achieved independence. That is the reality. Now the United Nations document this way, it talk no be me at the talk. Okay. Now, 3, they say, considers that now the United Nations considers that the people of the 2 parts of the trust territory, having freely and secretly expressed their wishes with regard to their respective futures in accordance with General Assembly resolutions, the decisions made by them through democratic processes under the supervision of the United Nations should be immediately implemented. I don't know if we understand which way they talk today because they're not even talking about big grammar. Make I read this part again. This part for una, number 3, where they talk say the United Nations, it considers that the people of the 2 parts of the trust territory having freely and secretly expressed their wishes with regards to their respective futures in accordance with the General Assembly resolutions, the decisions made by them through democratic processes under the supervision of the United Nations should be immediately implemented. Where it means that the United Nations, now that they talk, say, the people of the 2 regions, the northern Cameroons and the southern Cameroons, they don't decide through the democratic processes. They be free for vote and let them decide for gain independence by joining Nigeria or gain independence by joining Cameroon. No pacha, no be there, no cheating. As Aunasiam, the northern part of Cameroon, they vote freely for joining Nigeria and they join Nigeria. The southern Cameroons, when our country people from northwest and southwest Cameroon, vote for join Cameroon and join Cameroon. That is how we gain independence. Now the reality that. Okay. Any person where a one come now can't talk today, so there should have been a 3rd choice. Make it go ask the United Nations why they never give them a 3rd choice. That hasn't got, I mean, that one, now reality say they never get a 3rd choice. Yes, me, I believe said there should have been a 3rd choice too. I believe say we forget a 3rd choice for decide if we go an independent republic, but there wasn't a 3rd choice. There was not a 3rd option. There wasn't one. So now, number 4, the United Nations, now they talk, say they decide that the plebiscites having been taken separately with different results, the trusteeship agreement of 13 December 1946 concerning the Cameroons under the UK administration shall be terminated in accordance with Article 76B of the Charter of the United Nations and in agreement with the administering authority in the following manner. And then they go on for talk about how for basically get the United Kingdom out of the Cameroons. They say, A, with respect to the Northern Cameroons, on the 1st of June 1961, upon its joining the Federation of Nigeria as a separate province of the northern region of Nigeria. And then B, with respect to the Southern Cameroons, on the 1st of October, now for day 1st of October, a B significant for these Amber Fools. Now we see who's how the 1st of October come in. So on the 11th of February 1961, while Grandpapa, they go vote for that plebiscite for join Cameroon and then become independent by joining Cameroon. And then now, a few months later, on the 1st of October 1961, that's when we officially joined Cameroon. Now part B that we talk about, with respect to the Southern Cameroons, on the 1st of October 1961, upon its joining the Republic of Cameroon. And then now, say, the UN now invite the administering authority when at the UK, the government of the Southern Cameroons and the Republic of Cameroon to initiate urgent discussions with a view to finalizing before the 1st of October 1961, the arrangements by which the agreed and declared policies of the parties concerned will be implemented. So now the United Nations document that and a no finish make I read the whole maybe we not talk today, so I don't cut someone through him. Actually, now all that. Yes, now all that my contribute them. It end for day. Talking about the 1st of October, it end for day. Right. Now everything that about that article 1608 where Ambazozos they always talk about, because the next one, it goes into Article 69, the future of Tanganyika. Tanganyika being another United Nations Trust territory in East Africa. I think it's modern day Tanzania or something like that. Okay. So my contributor, when I don't see the original document where it come out from the United Nations itself, where grandpapa them, they be make a decision in 1961 on the 11th of February for gain independence by joining the Independent Republic of Cameroon. That is a fact. That is how our grandpapa they began independence. They began only two options. There was no third option. Okay. So the thing where Ambazonians they always talk now say, oh, yes, we will be now independent country. They want all their independence. May we not consider this one. The United Nations not be stupid. And now why that way the Ambazonians them they don't do everything on the international stage and they don't backfire on them. My play one video before I continue. My contributor, my play this video and then we will talk after.
To devote all your efforts to preserving, protecting, and defending the Constitution and the laws of the United Republic of Cameroon, to watch over the common will of the nation, and to uphold and defend the unity, integrity, and independence of the Cameroon fatherland, I do so swear.
Okay, my contributor, I hope so when I hear that one and it be clear. It be clear for una. Wait till it talk. Make it play again when I listen.
Of the United Republic of Cameroon, to watch over the common will of the nation, and to uphold and defend the unity, integrity, and independence of the Cameroon fatherland.
The unity, the integrity of the independent United Republic of Cameroon. Now the oath that way President Paul Biya be taken for 1982 when they swear in. Na estimuna that Solomon Tanden Muna, where he be read the oath for President Paul Biya, he swear the oath for defend the integrity and the unity and the independence of the United Republic of Cameroon. We now understand that by this time, for 1982, will not be get we any federation at that time. It being a United Republic of Cameroon. And President Paul Biya, he want take power. Now the truth is what I tell you now the history this. He want take on power for Cameroon. He take an oath for defend the unity and the independence of the United Republic of Cameroon. The only thing where it changed under President Paul Biya rule since 1982, now said they take away that united out of it. Now the only thing that will change, even the federation where our forefathers they be go into when they be joined for 1961, 1st of October, when they be joined or they gain independence by joining Cameroon, they don't cancel the federation since I think it was 1972. And that one, Ahijo, it was a whole decade before President Paul Biya become president. And when he become president, Cameroon be already been a one country as far as he be concerned. No be na federation, if they under ye as he take on power. And he oath of office where he taken for 1982. Now for defend the unity and the independence and the integrity of the United Republic of Cameroon. These are facts, whether you like it or not. That is just a fact. That one not in my opinion. When I don't hear as Estimuna, it's yourself, read the oath. President Paul Biya, he take the oath. He say, I need do am now for English. So no man, if you go talk and for they say this, so if it bamboozle una misinterpret and talk and for different way, me now, especially with poorly educated brothers and sisters, the way they don't understand English. Now, why that way? The Amber Fools, they not ever play this video for their fans. Make them hear them, understand them. Say President Pobia take an oath where he swear for defend and protect the integrity of one Cameroon, one united Republic of Cameroon, the independence and the unity of Cameroon. So when I think say still under your rule, under President Pobia you rule, it go ever leave them, make the divide the country when the only oath that way it don't ever take for your life for defend the independent united Republic of Cameroon, defend the unity. Na estimu na the rhythm. Whatever Pacha Cameroonians the thing say, or I mean Anglophone part of Cameroon, they talk the things say so they will play for them before the name change from the Federal Republic to the United Republic to the Republic. Whatever that one be, even if now one go back for 1961, go fix them, Cameroon will still remain one country. But Nigeria and a federation today, when I was saying Nigeria no be one country. Nigeria, of course, now one country, despite the fact that they get how many states? All those states belong to one country. America, they call them the United States of America, now one country. The states, they're now one country. Cameroon, one and indivisible. Now the reality that. So my country people them. Before I go, I want to play for una another video quickly, and then I go talk about that one too. Now listen.
Now, in the past, French Cameroon officials have always wanted to label us all as terrorists. They are implementing every trick in the book to accomplish that agenda, that label. Unfortunately, the world's media, the BBCs of the world, the CNNs of the world, France 24 and Al Jazeera's of the world are aiding and abetting the scheme of La République du Cameroon. They won't cover the story as it is. They won't say anything. The United Nations, the EU, the AU, among others, won't say a thing either. This is the height of international hypocrisy. This is the moment to confiscate anything and everything the United Nations has on the ground in our territory. Every United Nations official or piece of equipment that is seen moving or standing anywhere in Ambazonia must be hurriedly, and I mean hurriedly, confiscated. Just imagine if this crisis was happening anywhere else in the wide world.
Okay, my country people then. So when I don't hear from the spokesperson, they call themselves as secretary of whatever nonsense Ambazonia, na Christopher or Chris Anu that. He talks say the BBC, Al Jazeera, France 24, basically every major media organization in the world, they are aiding and abetting Cameroon. Now, which that we talk? Just here. And then it talks say the United Nations, the AU, the EU, and all other international organizations them say this is the height of international hypocrisy and conspiracy. So now it talks say this is time now for confiscate all or every United Nations property, people or whatever on the ground inside Cameroon. But the question we want to get to ask ourselves and say, why this man did pick a fight with the United Nations? There is a reason for that. Even though it been literally the most monumental, idiotic thing where they don't ever do them, but it comes out of frustration. They be frustrated because ever since lawyer Goji Dinka, it become up with this word, say Ambazonia for 1980, I think it was 1984, come up with this word, say Ambazonia, even up to 2016, even some people, the way they call themselves, the secessionists, them, they talk say it is so no, may we not go with this word, say Ambazonia, because I don't even read some article will be written by this man we named Awasum. I don't know me other name, Awasum somebody, where it talks it is so. The southern Cameroons, it be already been a recognized territory and a recognized member of the United Nations way back in 1961. So it would be easier for them to channel their cause through the United Nations using Southern Cameroons. But other people, they deny, they disagree, they talk, say, no, maybe we use Ambazonia. The fact now say Ambazonia, it never ever exist, and Ambazonia, it no go ever exist. And now one of the biggest mistake that way themselves, they don't make them in their own struggle. Now they don't come back and talk say this. So now why that way we don't see them, even for their propaganda nonsense where they put them out there, like the so-called president, that fake pastor Sakwe Kome, when he make a letterhead or whatever nonsense they do, the title for the title, the name for the country now one whole sentence, because they write the talk say the former British trust or the former UN trust territory, Southern Cameroons, under British UN trusteeship, Ambazonia. So they try for put all of that UN bit for there, and then at the same time, the one called themselves said to be Ambazonian. So now why that way, their own name, their own title for the so-called country where they want to create them, now a whole sentence. Many of the documents, the way they don't send them to the United Nations for petition, whatever, for trying to do their international diplomacy. Now, why that way when I see on the screen, the talk say they have failed at international diplomacy. Now, why that way, Chris Anu, they can't make that thing say, it talk say, may they confiscate all United Nations properties on the ground. That was literally the last kick of a dying horse, because they don't see and say all their international diplomacy, it don't fail. Since 1984, Lawyer Goji Dinka, it don't they try for go for United Nations, it don't pass papers them from door to door, write all these kind of things. It know the work. You know why? Because on the 11th of February 1961, the United Nations, it supervised a plebiscite inside the British Southern Cameroons, and our forefathers, they decide through democratic process for gain independence by joining Cameroon. Now decision we were grandpa they be making, and we will live with the consequences of that decision for the rest of eternity. Now the fact that, so now wait where they try for do now for go back for 1961, go rewrite the history for them. Now wait that way Ambazonia be all about. The one for rewrite history. So the fact remains, say, our grandpa, they be vote for join Cameroon. Now the truth that. So now we will get only two options, and we'll take one option, we'll join Cameroon. Whatever magic way they play and whatever open eye or cheating or whatever way happen, it happened. And the truth now say cheating happened. And the truth now say the open eye for we. The truth now say yes. The people then for the Anglophone part, they feel marginalized in their own country. That is a reality. But Ambazonia is not the solution. Ambazonia is a scam. Ambazonia is a scam. Big scam. The biggest scam where it don't ever happen on the surface of the planet. Scam. Using Facebook, manipulation, fake news, propaganda, misinformation. They target the most gullible in the society, and they use them for do their bidding. Wait till where these Ambazonians they actually they hope for. Now say they go cause some kind of wah on the ground, and then maybe they go frighten people them inside the United Nations for act. When I listen to the next thing where Chris Ann will talk, when I listen, my country people them, my plan for una.
Oh, the United Nations will have done something since the crisis began. Hell no! This is Africa. This is the black continent. Let them kill themselves. Who cares? So the United Nations is saying to what is going on in Cameroon, in Ambazonia.
So my country people them. So now what did I Chris Anno talk? It talks say the United Nations is saying that so what? Let them kill themselves. The people they first overdole, they be so stupid, they be monumental in their stupidity. They be things say they so once they don't kill 2 or 3 people on the ground, or maybe 2,000 people them. Now one of the reasons that way their biggest propaganda time when they just start this thing, because today as I tell you now, we only talk about the first Ambazonian lie. There have been thousands of them. This one is just one of the biggest one. I don't talk also before previously, I don't talk about the thing where they be talk say this. So say President Paul Biya declare war on them. That one are the biggest Ambazonian lie. I don't do presentation about that one. This one now we talk about the first Ambazonian lie, the United Nations Resolution 1608 of the 21st of April 1961. The Cameroon's northern part gained independence by joining Nigeria. The southern Cameroons gained independence by joining Cameroon. Now the reality that. So now, if the United Nations not stupid, they will receive all the diplomatic visits the way these Ambazonians they make unto them. They see all the communiques. They see the chaos on the ground. Ma ask una something, my country people them. When I remember the national dialogue where we just hold them, the national dialogue where it passed, where it convened for Yaoundé for from the 30th of September to the 4th of April to the 4th of October. Who do you think paid for that national dialogue? Yes, the United Nations Secretariat, the secretary, the Secretary General of the United Nations. Now from the account where they pay $17 million to the Cameroon government, when at 10 billion francs. Did I say billion? I mean billion. 10 billion francs, where the United Nations Secretariat, they give to the Cameroon state authorities them for convene the national dialogue because they recognize the way they go on for Cameroon. Now internal issue, a country where they decide through democratic means for come together, for stay together, and whatever they happen inside that internal country, they want to make the people them, make Bamenda man, a meet up Bakwere man, a meet up Basa man, a meet up a Wondo man, Betty Bulu, a meet up Bambleke man, una shidon together, una bring palm wine, una share them, burning fish, and that's soya for T Junction, of course. And then una discuss una problems them, broke or not, drink palm wine on top, then una go house, una continue to live like brothers and sisters. Now wait that way United Nations don't tell una say una go do them. That is it. UN is not stupid. They're not stupid. They understand all these things, the precedents where they fit set them. They understand the United Nations document where I just show you now. They understand that them write them. Now them behold the plebiscite. Now them be conduct the elections. So now one of the things that I don't tell Ambazonians, they want for rewrite history. They want for cancel the plebiscite where they be doing on the 11th of February, 1961. For give a third option. They want that third option because they believe, say, if they give them that third option, they will choose for go independent. And now why that way you hear Ambazonians, they always talk about, what's the word they always use? They always talk about me they give way to referendum. Now the word that way Ambazonians they always use them. Referendum means third option. That's what they mean. It means that me will go back to 1961. Now why did they always talk to me? They go back to the root cause of the problem. For them, the root cause now say what papa they make mistake. Or the United Nations, if they make mistake by not giving us the third option, and they want to go back in history. Now, why did they always talk to me? They go back for 1961, for go change history, for go give themselves that third option where they feel like say they deserve a third option. So that, and now why did they call for a United Nations supervised referendum? Because the plebiscite for 1961 it will be supervised by the United Nations. So the one with the United Nations, it can give them a referendum for say me to decide whether to be independent or not. That is the third option they want. They want to rewrite history. Now the truth that. But the funniest thing I say, if they can't give the referendum today, I will kill people them for remain one and indivisible Cameroon. When I ask me why. Not because I don't like independent republic of whatever Ambazonia or whatever nonsense when I want call the country. Because me, I be well educated. If we get independent republic for that part of the world right now, I go be now one of the most educated people then for that part of the country. I go for there, go take a big job, ministerial position. So Agbobala said no, even though Agbobala the work the best appointment inside President Paul Biya regime, you know, even if he compete with me. For if the one go for that new country for day, say me to go because me I be educated. I don't travel the world. I get experience. But the reality now say, I think about the people more than I think about my personal gain and my personal welfare. Because if they give that country independence, Ambazonia, especially as a day right now, Sako, he and the other fake pastor, Chris Anu and Sako, they know the talk with Akwanga, where they need to talk with Bo Herbert, where they need to talk with Ayabacho. Now fight, even though where they don't get no power, they don't get nothing to fight over, but they fight over the small influence where they get them right now. Then when I think say if they give them the so-called independence, South Sudan, it would be a holiday destination for Una. If this caricatures them and these buffoons, they gain any kind of power for Una country, Una go to travel, go South Sudan for holiday, and they tell Una the reality. So keeping Cameroon one and indivisible, better will go back for 2015. May they begin marginalize we as they been marginalized we since for 2000. Better will go back there than for say they give independence. Na lie. Because many of Una way Una there for they Una think say no concern Una know if step foot for that country again. Una talk about corruption, Una think say probably a regime be corrupt. Check out Ambazonia interim government. Check out that government for see corruption. Check out Ayabacho, power mongering. Check out all these fools. When we want to talk about, say, if when we want to complain about the Cameroon, yes, Cameroon get a lot to complain about, a lot that needs attention, that needs to be fixed in that country. Absolutely, that is the truth. But if we want to bring this so-called Ambazonia, absolutely not. It not going to happen. Not when intellectuals and responsible people like myself still exist. Because in that time, then me, I will create my own bigger gangs on the ground, bigger warlords than what way Akwanga and Ayabacho things that they get them on the ground. Because we're not going to leave these caricatures them, idiots them. And themselves, they know the truth. People that like Sako Ekome and Chris Anu, they know the truth. And now why that way Chris Anu, where they on una screens, where EB talks today, so they get the yam and the knife. They get to neutralize the Siku. Why they want to neutralize the Siku? Now say they get to silence it because they see and say, what's where they do and the whole MO, where they get them, their whole idea and say they could try for get into a position where they could negotiate the terms of the next stage of the union between the Anglophone part of Cameroon and the Francophone part of Cameroon, and they try to position themselves as the people the way they could be on that dialogue table. That is what is going on. Now the reality that. So Chris Anu and Sako Ekome, the one being at the people that way they could day on the table for negotiate the terms of the next phase of Cameroon. They know them fully well, so they no fit ever give that independence. They just ride that train for achieve a purpose, for make themselves relevant. Now the reality that because say tomorrow, if to say they want to come to some kind of negotiation or whatever, maybe they will say Chris Anu can they will give some ministerial position or whatever. That is what is in their pea brains. That is what they are thinking about. Say maybe they will give them a ministerial position. Now why that way Agbobala, the way they will start this nonsense in the beginning, Agbobala, it don't see and very well say it don't stay for that camp with Sako Ekome and Chris Anu them. You two want be minister. So what you do now say it don't go now, go begin the choppy for that backside. It there for Prime Minister house every day. When I not believe me, go for Prime Minister house right now. So they talk so you will see Agbobala day for day. It they like house boy for Prime Minister house now. So he wants his own ministerial appointment too. Now the fact that, now the reality that all these people the way in the beginning, some of them they will burn Cameroon flag, which is an act of treason. Which is an act that is a declaration of war. People, they go burn Cameroon flag on video. You can hate your president. You can even hate the government in your country. But to hate your country is treason. Any person with a burn any country flag, it don't declare war on that country. That is the reality. So I don't care whether you like President Paul Biya or not. That is none of my business. President Paul Biya now one individual inside Cameroon where be made up of almost 30 million people. Then. President Paul Biya now one person. It will be more important than me. It will be more important than you. President Paul Biya could die one day, go. You could die one day, go. Cameroon, it will remain forever and ever. It's all about defending the flag. The flag. Una country, the anthem, the flag. And then for individual for take matches Bonham on video, that is high treason. That is a declaration of war against the country. Not okay. If you hate president for country, it means that you go burn the country flag. The president and the country. Now, one individual. If you hate a political system in the country, it means that you go try to destroy the country. You defend the country at all costs. I don't care whether individuals inside the government or the whole political party are your enemy. That's your business. But to say you go destroy the country, that's where you come at loggerheads with me. With black legs and like we will love the country. So yes, also I'll be there before I lost my train of thoughts. So yes, so the United Nations are not stupid. They know fully well say if they grant these amber fools their demands, say me they give a referendum, Matt talks me they just give a referendum. Wait till when I think say it go happen for that northern Cameroons where we don't talk about, because Mona don't forget say this. So this United Nations document where I don't show on the screen, it talk about the Cameroons, 2 Cameroons, exactly the same document, exactly the same day, exactly the same text, exactly the same words, exactly the same plebiscite, exactly the same election. So if the so-called Southern Cameroons, they be treated in a certain way, the Northern Cameroons must be given exactly the same conditions. So if the United Nations give a referendum to the former Southern Cameroons today, I guarantee when I say within 5 hours, we go get an insurrection inside Northern Nigeria. Where them too, they go want their own independent republic of, I don't know, Adamawa, independent republic of grass highland or whatever they decide to call them. Yes, and they go get them. Because if United Nations grant a referendum to the Southern Cameroons, on what condition are they going to refuse granting the same condition to the northern territory, to the Northern Cameroons? Because now exactly the same, the Anglophone Cameroonians, then the so-called Ambazonians, they contest about whether they talk today, so they don't do this, they don't do this. Let me go back to the root cause of the problem. Let me go back to 1961. Everything when it be happened for our grandpapa then for 1961, now identical, exactly the same thing when it be happened for our grandpapa then for the northern part of Cameroon when they joined Nigeria. Exactly identical, the same thing. So if the United Nations, they're not be stupid. Right now, they are picking up the pieces of what already happened for South Sudan. Because after 22 years of the bloody Sudanese war, they decide for give them the referendum where they want them. 99 point something percent, about 98%, the vote for getting their independence. And the United Nations say, okay, when I get on independence, oh yeah, me when I go. They even come for there with money, with assistance, for can help them build in infrastructure and institutions for set up their government. Guess how long it takes before the idiots, they go back to war? 2.5 years. 2.5 years. Salva Kiir and Riek Machar, they start fight each other. Yes, now the reality that. And not exactly the same movie that way we see them for so-called Ambazonia, if they leave that one, make it happen. Now exactly the same movie. That one would be in South Sudan part 2. Now what did that go happen? Yes. And the United Nations not stupid. If they succumb to wait away, it no matter right now, because the Ambazonia, they always talk this thing, say, our fight is genuine, our fight is justified. Who cares? It no matter how genuine and how justified when a so-called fight be, I guarantee when I say the United Nations, it no go ever grant that referendum because they're not stupid. They no go give because of simple reasons. One, they're going to set a bad precedence where themselves they don't feel control them. Because as soon as they do them, I don't really tell, I say within 5 hours, Northern Nigeria, it go woke up, they want their own independence. You think say me I don't want to be president too? You think say me I don't want to be president? See, even common small interim government where all the money where they don't ever touch them for their hand since they start 2.5, 3 years ago for interim government, it no reach 3 million, now about 2 million or so. All the money where they don't ever touch them. now about 2 million. But Sakodi, it is and die for there. Ain't no one leave that place because now for there to go butter bread. Yes. And then when I think, say, what about for be president for a whole country? You think, say, me too, I don't want to be president. You think, say, people are there for northern part of Nigeria for that, where they be join Nigeria from northern Cameroon, say the way they don't want to be president too. And Nigeria don't go through the Biafra conflict already. Why they not get independence? So people, the way they call themselves, say Ambazonians, them. Ambazonia never ever exist, and it no go ever exist. Now the reality that I hope say my contribute them when I don't gain a few insights into which way it go on. So before I go, I want for highlight a few things and for now for give now a follow through to which way we don't discuss today. So on our screens now, una fit see for today a show una say the fact. Now say, point number one, the northern and the southern Cameroons, they will be in United Nations Trust territories under UK administration. Point number two, the United Nations Democratic Plebiscite on the 11th of February 1961, it will give winner only two options. Point number three, we will get the option for gain independence by joining Nigeria, or we gain independence by joining Cameroon. There was no third option. There was never a third option. So point number four, Ambazonia, it will never exist and has never existed. We want to understand that one. Point number five, the national dialogue where they convened them for Yaoundé a few weeks ago, it will be sponsored by the United Nations. Now the United Nations Secretariat, they pay 10 billion francs cash for Cameroon government for host that national dialogue, for decide the future of Cameroon. And the special status where they talk to the go grant them to the Anglophone part of Cameroon is coming. In my own opinion, my contributor, that special status just means federation. It just means we are going to gain some level of autonomy, just like how the Federal Republic of Cameroon, it will give we certain level of autonomy with the House of Chiefs and all those kind of things. And so we will get opportunity for elect our leaders them. We will get certain opportunities then now for decide how we collect our own revenue and how we spend certain revenue in certain parts of the economy for our Anglophone part of Cameroon. Now, wait that way, me, I personally believe say it don't happen. And this is basically President Paul Biya honoring the oath where it be taken, where it talks, say, it go defend the integrity, the unity, and the independence of the United Republic of Cameroon. And as it be take over power for 1982, the country it be done already being a republic, it not be being a federation. It was not a federal republic of Cameroon. Time with President Paul Biya, it take over, it been at the United Republic of Cameroon. No, now understand that one. So I believe saying that that way it will happen. Don't quote me on that because those are my opinions. I have every right to hold them. And secondly, a few people, the way they don't make a few comments, they make address one point. They say, oh, are you for President Paul Biya? Are you CPDM or whatever? I couldn't give a shit whether you be MRC, SDF, whatever nonsense or whatever. That's your business. Just like you have the right to hold political opinions, to have political affiliations, so do I. I get right for getting my own political affiliation. And if I've been a CPDM, so what? What does that got to do with you? Look at the message where I present them. Forget about the messenger. Focus on the message. My main aim and my target on this platform, as all when I don't know by now, as the king of all blacklegs, are there for destroy Ambazonia. And this country people platform and all the country people them and all the blacklegs them, like I always talk as a mash fire. Now because we are a moving train, And this train in the marsh fire, every day we are gaining steam. And train the day on train tracks, we day on one track. We know the waiver, we need to go left or right. No, we there for before ahead. Now train, we need to go for roundabout. We don't ever see train for roundabout. And on this train, where they go for before, you get three options. Unlike what grandpapa did for 1961, this was train, you get three options. Option number one, you either jump in on the train, you take a ride with us, and yes, on that train, when you jump in, other people that are already there inside that train, where maybe you don't like them, that one are your business. President Paul Biya is there inside this train, inside this black leg train. Now, I've been at the king of black legs, and President Paul Biya now one of the biggest black legs. Yes. So option number one, jump on the train. We go to our destination, we go destroy Ambazonia. Option number two, step out of the way, get out of the way. Because if you get out of the way, we leave you behind. We go for before, we leave you for behind, we forget about you. Option number three, you stand in our way. You stand on the tracks and you end up under the train. Yes, the train it go mash you past if you stand in our way. So now the three options that. Option number one, jump on the train. We go for the ride together. We get other people the way they're already there inside the train. Maybe you don't like them, that one are your business, but you be forced for work together. Because whether you be Bakure man, you be Basa man, or you be Wondo man, or you be Bakosi man, or you be Mogamo man, or you be Bafoot on a wood side corner for Cameroon you come out, we all be now a band of brothers. We don't get choice but to coexist together. Whether you like Paul Bear or you don't like Paul Bear, that one are your business. You get every right for like it or not like it. That is your business, not your choice. Don't care. So jump on the train or step out of the way or stand in my way and we'll run you over. Simple as that. So I hope at that point it be clear. So before I go, I don't need to talk for about 72 minutes. In the next 2 minutes or so, I want for thank Kweme Patrick Lumumba. I also want to thank Oyibo Patriot. Oyibo Patriot, thank you, thank you. I also want to thank E.T. Chocolate, Ernest Fru, Tabi Tabita, thank you, Tabi Tabita. Yes, MRC has been warned. May una stay in your lane, MRC. I don't give a crap about your political affiliations or whatever nonsense. I am here because I love Cameroon. Any other person who doesn't love Cameroon becomes my enemy. And if you want to stand in my way, like I tell you, when I get na three options, jump on the train, step out of the way, or stand in our way, you get run over. Simple as that. And then we get Tar Jacob. Yes, thank you for joining. Bryce Edmond Sandy, thank you for joining. Top Sharer. We'll get Biba Ernest, always present. I love it. Yes. Lucy Ngombo, thank you also. Right. Julius Patrius, thank you for joining. And also, all my country people, the way they join, I know if you call all my name, but Mark John will get also Yusoka. Yusoka, how are you? How are you? Right. We'll also get Kumkum Dop, Rosanji as usual. Rosanji, Sheram. Yeah, Leslie F. Achiri. Yes, Covenant Mofo. We also get Francois Wilson, Leslie F. Achiri again. I don't really call her name. Amber Chris, of course. Amber Chris, always present. How are you doing today? Cameroon one indivisible. I see you too. Amber Chris, you be top sharer. I love all my country people. Them, yes. Prompt objective. We love Cameroon. Of course, we love Cameroon. Yes. Any person we not love Cameroon, that one are your business. It means that you stand on our way. You stand on the train tracks. The train it will run you over. Yes, and this train, man, tell you now, for America, now you way they call them now very fast train because with the mash fire. And for Wyman country, they call and say bullet train. Just like how Amber Boys they catch bullet train for go Maryland or for go Boya through Maryland. If you stand on our way, you go catch the bullet train. Now all that. Thank you now playing to my country people then. But I know if you leave una without playing for una the Kum anthem, where all una know me I've been at the blackest of the black legs. So when I listen to the Kum anthem.
Hail, Hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror, and your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.